Connor and Ben, welcome. For anybody who doesn't know me, I'm Mitch Dunn, president and co-founder of the Cincinnati Pickleball Club. And we are talking about the PPA coming to Cincinnati for the very first time on September 7th. Connor, not to freak you out, but you have 16 days after the ATP Tour stop in Cincinnati to transition the Lindner Tennis Center into a pickleball mecca. How are you going to pull that off?
Yeah, no, appreciate you having us on, Mitch, but we're just excited about the event. Obviously, strategically, we wanted to go right after the big ATP event, one of the biggest tennis events in the United States. So the grounds are going to be looking good. They're going to be looking up to par. Then it will just be up to, our team to do that transformation that we seem to do quite often. So we're pretty confident 16 days is a good amount of time.
What does it take to make that transition on the courts in particular?
Yeah, so we come in with one of our partners, which is Acrotech Sports Surfaces, and they actually will come and they are going to flip around multiple tennis courts to make sure. We're actually going to have a total of 41 pickleball courts for this event, which is going to be great. I believe 24 of those will be permanent courts. So they'll come in, them and their team will completely transform it, flip it over to pickleball, and it's usually about a 7-day process. And then when we're done, we'll flip it back to tennis.
That is amazing. Where do all those nets come from?
So we have a big bus. I don't know if anyone's seen it, but we've got a big bus that will bring in all the heavy duty nets. It's almost like a mini semi truck. So it travels around the country. We have a driver that just goes from stop to stop to stop.
That's awesome. Ben, I'm curious, what separates the okay tour stops from the truly great ones?
Yeah, I wouldn't say any of the tour stops are only okay. They're all a lot of fun and all, I love geographically just traveling and seeing different locations and all that. But it is definitely something special when you have one of those more advanced venues. Like one of my favorites from last year was the San Clemente venue. When you get a super big crowd, an engaged crowd, and it's obviously a venue that is a lot more like where the sport is going to be all over, like with a lot of tournaments in a couple of years time. And, it's very advanced. It looks more like tennis. So some of these old tennis venues or even these newer, really nice tennis venues transferring to pickleball is kind of what it's all about. It just kind of not only is a lot of fun to play and stuff, but it gives you a feeling of, hey, this is where pickleball's headed.
That's awesome. Is San Clemente your current favorite tour stop?
It is. Yeah, still is.
That's awesome. Connor,
maybe we'll change that now. Maybe we'll change that. That's our pretty special. So I actually went up and toured the venue about 18 months ago now, before we entered into the first contract, and I was blown away with the upgrades they've done. We're going to have some great options as far as VIP, food and beverage. We're going to be utilizing the stadium building that they built, so it's gonna be pretty fun. I think this one might rival it, Ben.
Yeah, that's our plan, Connor, is to make this Ben's new favorite tour stop. How'd you choose Cincinnati when putting the 2022 schedule together?
I mean, really, if you took a look at where we were when we were looking to put this schedule together, we were pretty heavy on the West Coast, and we really didn't have anything where Cincinnati was. So this is our first opportunity to really hit this area of the United States. We're hoping that it's a smashing success, and I know all the top players are excited to come, and hopefully this can help us branch out and have multiple events, in your guys' neck of the woods. But we're excited to see what kind of showing, this area of the United States is going to have for professional pickleball.
Great. What's the experience been like so far in working with the team up there?
It's been good. Traditionally, we really just don't start getting into the weeds until 4 or 5 months before the event, like really getting down to the nitty gritty. But the high level stuff's been great. They've all been really, really good to work with.
Awesome. Question for both of you guys. What can the members of the Cincinnati Pickleball Club do to make this the best stop on the tour?
Ben, I'll let you go.
Well, yeah, for the players, it's always pretty simple. It's, bring your energy, bring yourselves as fans and players. Obviously, playing as players really helps the tour be a bigger tournament. And for the pros, it's just the more energy you bring, the more fun it is for us. So that's all I can ask, really.
Awesome. We have a great sports town, so I don't think we're going to have any trouble with the energy. Connor, you have a bunch of stuff planned around the tournament. What can people look forward to other than playing and watching the pros?
Yeah, so we're going to be doing something new at this event. So the Wednesday before the event actually starts, we're going to be doing like a pickleball palooza. So we're going to have an opportunity for people to come out and improve their game. There's going to be various teachers that are going to be able to learn, be able to improve, grow. we're going to have some social stuff throughout the entire event in its entirety. But if you guys haven't been to a PPA event, I just really hope you guys can come out and experience it, because we try to offer something that no one else offers in pickleball. And I think we do a pretty damn good job doing it. So we're excited to bring it to you guys, and we're excited to meet everybody.
Awesome. What are you guys looking forward to in Cincinnati besides pickleball?
Ben, have you been to Cincinnati?
No, this will be my first time. So whenever it's my first time in the city, I just look forward to exploring. Maybe I'll find some bubble tea, so favorite coffee shop. I like setting up my foodie spots. So I don't really know what else there is to do there, but I'm looking forward to finding out.
Ben, we're gonna hook you up with Cincinnati style chili for the first time in your life, I'm guessing.
All right. Yes, I've heard of it, but I haven't had it, and I'm a big fan of chili, so I accept gladly.
I wouldn't recommend eating it right before a match. Let me just preface that. So
Post tournament.
Noted.
Post tournament.
yeah.
Connor, I mean, the city of Cincinnati is awesome. So I'm excited to just get in and be able to experience the whole thing. I remember my first time going was the first time I've been out. I've been out a couple times now to see the venue, but I was amazed with just the drive over to where we're actually playing. You know, we were able to go right through the city, and, you know, we were passing, I think it's the Reds Stadium right there, and the bridge. I mean, it's a beautiful place, and I think it's a very underrated place to go.
Yeah, for sure. There's a part of town called Over the Rhine that I definitely want to make sure you guys get down to. It's more in downtown than where the tournament is, but it is definitely worth a visit. So for sure. Registration is now open. Connor, what do people do to get registered?
Yeah, so there's two ways you guys can get registered. Registration's now open. You can go to pickleballtournaments.com and just click your state and sign up, or you can go to ppatour.com, and we've got a link in that way.
Awesome. Ben, did we lose you, or your video just went off? Oh, there you are.
There it is.
Connor, anything else we want to let people know in Cincinnati other than that? Do you need volunteers? That's a question I've had a lot lately.
We do need volunteers. I'll supply you with a email, Mitch, of Kristen. She's our volunteer coordinator, but would love people to volunteer. And obviously would just love to get as many people out to the event as possible. And we want you guys to be able to have a great experience. And we think it's going to be a really fun event.
Awesome. All right, everybody. The Baird PPA Baird Wealth Management Open is September 7th through the 11th at the Lindner Tennis Center in Mason. We cannot wait for you guys to get here. Thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to it.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.